Hi there everyone, Mark from Retribution Gaming here, and I'm welcoming you back to Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars. In the last episode, we attempted to steal the tripod from the museum, but somewhat bungled it as we had part of a totem pole fall on our head. However, Nico swooped in to grab the tripod out from under the noses of Flap and Guido, who were also there to try and steal it. We had a quick chat with Nico back at her apartment, and we now have a few things that we need to do in order to follow up. So let's get on to it. If you like this type of content, please do consider leaving the video a like, and if you're not already, please do think about subscribing to the channel. But now all that's out of the way, let's get to it. Okay, so here's where we left off. We are at Montfaucon. We had a little chat to this gendarme who's just enjoying the afternoon. We spoke to the juggler, who, for some reason, we get the idea we need to get rid of him somehow. But I don't quite know how we're going to do that just yet. We didn't have a look up here before though. There's a church up here. Let's have a look at the church, or have a look in the church. It's quite a nice looking church. I'm not one for religiosity myself, but I appreciate the architecture most definitely. Do like a vaulted ceiling, do like a flying buttress. Okay, so we have a statue, we have a stained glass window, we have some graves. Okay, I know what I need to do here. I can't do anything with any of this right now. This much I know. So, okay, there's nothing for us to do in here right now. So let's leave the church again. I think... Didn't Nico say Andre had found out who the seal belonged to? If that's the case, then maybe we don't actually need to be here right now at all. Let's head to the museum if we can. And have a chat with Andre. There he is. Notes the lack of the tripod.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
Well, yeah, because otherwise that would be a very strange thing to say about somebody he already knows. Also, considering we were asking about it and everything, he's not suspicious of us in this theft of the tripod. Also, we did kind of tell him it was going to happen. So, you know. Also, points a finger at us in a way. But anyway, yeah, let's talk to him about the manuscript.
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
Okay, keep going.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Oh, now you're just being silly.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Okay, can you tell us any more about this Spanish knight?
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Anything else we can go on?
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, let's dash our dreams there then. Okay, so we got some information from
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
He's told us that it's the knight bore the coat of arms of the De Vasconcelos family. Was that how he said it? Again, like I said in the previous video, I'm not going to do any foreign accents or foreign pronunciation. Let's just run that over with Nico quickly.
It's me again.
Hi, George.
Oh, we're sitting down there this time.
Look, about that tripod.
I hope you're still not angry with me.
Oh no, not really. That was some feat. Abseiling through the skylight, I mean.
I haven't done anything like that since I was at school.
You were great. But next time you plan a stunt like that, please warn me.
Okay, manuscript.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
So, the knight.
The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Okay, right. It doesn't tell us anything else. So,
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
I wonder if we can go where Andre mentioned. Was it the Costa Calida? Let's take a look. Where will our airport links allow us to go? Oh, well, look at that. We can't go to Lochmarn anymore. It's greyed out. We've done everything we need to do there anyway. Villa de Vasconcelos. We can visit Spain. Let's do so. Well, that's quite impressive. Ave Maria. Didn't make out what the rest of that said. Okay. Hi there. I like the little rainbow effect in the water.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the de Vasconcellos' house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Okay, can we talk to the Countess then?
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcellos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No.
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh, yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Well, there we go then.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The
I
guy
like that
was
line.
obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Okay. Let's show him the card.
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Okay, it's not going to help.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I don't smoke.
That's not what I asked.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
See this gem? Men have died for it.
Do I look as if I care?
Okay.
What do you think of this tripod?
I think nothing of it.
Okay, so he's literally no help.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
Yeah, adios to you too. What happens if we just try and go in that house?
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, I mean, he has a point. Now, his hose pipe is coming through this little window. And we can select that part of the hose pipe.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
I think the gardener might object as well. However, there is something we can do here, which is why we still have this blood pressure gauge. It constricts the flow of the hose. And we could have done that just by standing on it, I guess, but I mean, he might notice that.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it? See, you.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
I mean, you could just lock the door behind you. I don't know what that's pointing to, but we don't want to go that way just yet anyway. We want to go in here. So there he is. We need to now get behind this suit of armour.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
Hang on.
I hid behind the armor and waited for developments.
Yeah, I needed to set the dogs off first.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
How he doesn't see us as he walks past that suit of armour, I really have no idea. Okay, so that's the gardener out of the way. Let's go in here, if we can.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay. Well, I think we can pick that up. No, okay. I thought we could. Oh well, up the stairs we go then.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Well, I
Thank
think
you.
we're kind of in the right place, seeing as how she has a shield with a Maltese cross on it. That was kind of the symbol of the Knights Templar. That's the Maltese cross there. I think that's what it's called. Sort of more stylized, that's not the word, stylized version of this one down here. But, okay, let's talk to her about the... Actually, before we do, see if she... Does she
Do you
know Khan?
recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Good. At least he hasn't been here. Yet.
Do you know anything about the gem?
Maybe not.
Okay, we're not going to, probably by extension, not show her the tripod either. Okay, let's talk to her about the Templars.
I know your family's involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, so she's the last in the line.
Okay, whatever happened, happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Okay, tell me about the chess set then.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission.
That's something he does on a
Senor
regular then.
Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me. Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh,
Come with
Something a little less cheery.
Hey, senor.
yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Oh look, there's a Maltese cross on the side of the building. Well, not quite a Maltese cross, there's a Templar cross. I don't know what that kind of cross is called, but...
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Okay. Okay, that looked a bit suspect. And have a look at these sarcophagi.
I wasn't about to start heaving at sarcophagus lids with the Countess standing there.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle. Close up, I could over a check. Some of the.
It's the same thing. Let's talk to her about it.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
That's a fair point. What is that?
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now.
Okay, let's talk about that checkerboard.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, let's talk
That's
about the
been like that
checkerboard.
since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
How did you not notice this, lady?
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Oh, damn the game! Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
Okay,
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
See, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
okay, right. So, this is a puzzle. We've got to move these white pieces, I think. I can't for the life of me remember what the solution is.
Maybe not.
Hang on. Ah, right. Can I put that one?
That...
I think you put the bishop there. Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to skip it there. Two reasons. One, there was some noise going on in the background, and two, yeah. So, I think... There we go. Also,
Senor Stobart, look!
I kind
What
of
is that? It's
looked
not,
up the solution.
it's
I'm sorry.
not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
And we're back in Paris.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess
Jealous much?
entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Okay, we don't need to look at the manuscript anymore.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a
That's
fine
racist,
lady.
Nico.
You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother. I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Right, we need to do a bit more investigation. So we found this chalice in Spain, and we gained the Countess's trust in reverse order. We haven't done an awful lot more, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's gone on for about half an hour now, I reckon. So I'm going to leave it there for this episode, and we'll continue trying to find out what's going on with this chalice in the next one. So until then, take care, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. If you like that video, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It would help me out a hell of a lot. And click the notifications bell to find out when I post new content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.